This video is going to teach you how to know, like, and trust yourself and tell you why those 3 things are important when you want to start your coaching business. My name is Bonnie. I'm an experienced coach and the accreditation facilitator here at the Coaching Masters. This channel is all about helping you achieve complete coaching mastery to up-level your skills and grow your business. So let's dive in. I'm sure you have heard the term that in sales, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. That's pretty common. In sales, they teach it a lot that people like to buy from people that are relatable and that we build good rapport with. And so why would those things be important in our business in general? So first off, why is it important to know ourselves? As a coach, it is crucial to know who you are and who you represent. As a coach, when you're helping people, you need to know your style, you need to know your brand. Are you gonna be a hard coach? Are you gonna be more gentle and loving? Or are you gonna be really strict and lay down the law and make sure that people are accountable? So what kind of coach are you? In order to do this, we need to know who we are at our core. So personal development, personal growth is key. As a coach, we need to go through our own journey before we can ever begin to help others. It all starts with us. Transformation starts with you. So if you want to transform others, you've got to do the work first. You can't take anyone through something that you have never done before. Well, actually, that's one of the reasons that coaching is so amazing, is that you do get to do a lot of work on yourself before you go and help anyone. I know, especially in our program, the accreditation, you get to go on such an incredible journey of growth, and people come out the other side loving that program. 1, because it teaches you how to be a coach, but 2, because it teaches you all about who you are. What do you like? What are your limiting beliefs? How to build confidence. What are your fears? How to overcome them? And in order to experience those things, it does take work. And that way you can see the process that your clients are going to get to go through. And it's going to make you such a better coach if you can tell your client, I know what you're going through. I know that change is hard, but you can do it because this is what you want. You need to change for you, for the better. And so when you're going on this process of self-discovery and knowing who you are, you're going to find out your values. And values are really, really important in your life, in your coaching business. So I really encourage you guys, if you don't already, write down your top 5 values and write down how you want those things to show up in your coaching business. These things are going to be represented in your content. They're going to be represented in your sessions. So you need to know these values, and you need to make sure that once you have these values set, that you obey them. So, it doesn't mean that you're working with clients who are not in alignment with your values. It's not worth it, right? So this helps you decide who to work with and who not to work with. I know that sometimes as a coach, when you're first starting out, you can feel really, really tempted to work with every single person that books a discovery call. And guys, let me tell you, it's just not worth it. So if you are a vegan, let's say as an example, if you're a vegan, you're probably not going to want to work with someone who owns a dairy farm or who wants to own a meat farm or something like that, right? Because it's just not in your values. So you wouldn't be the best coach for that person if they were talking to you all about how they wanted to build this slaughterhouse, let's say, company. That is something that you're against. You couldn't hold the belief and the value that this person could do anything and be anything, and that you believed in them and that you wanted them to succeed in whatever they did. You wouldn't hold that belief. So that would be something that you wouldn't be able to work with professionally, or it wouldn't be something that would be good for you to work with. But if you know your values, it's going to become clear who you work with and also what you're teaching, what you are going to be mentoring people. Obviously, coaching is a lot of questions, so we don't give a lot of the answers. We trust that our clients have all the answers, but there is a bit of mentoring involved as well. And that just helps you with your niche. What are you passionate about? Who do you really want to work with? What do you really want to help people with? If you know yourself, your values, then those things are all going to just fall into line and become really easy and really clear for you. And when that happens, it's just going to make you growing your business way easier, because now you know who you want to work with, you know what your branding is, you know what you represent, you know what your values are, and you want to make sure that everything you do is in alignment with those values. So your goals in your coaching business need to be in alignment, because if they're not, you're going to make your job so much harder. It is going to be a challenge. And like I said before, we can't take our clients anywhere that we're not willing to go ourselves. So we need to do the work. The person you are when you are making $2,000 a month is not the same person that you can be when you are making 100K, 200K, $500,000. You need to evolve in order to start hitting these numbers. Your skills and everything need to be up-leveled, and the way you work and everything needs to shift. So I would suggest when you figure out what you want, who you are, So you want to make sure that everything is in alignment, and that's just going to help with growing into the person that you need to be. So that is going to help with who you are becoming. So when you have that, I want you to think about who you want to become. What does that person look like? Start to make the actions that that person would make. Who is that person I want to be? What skills do they have? What are they doing? What do they do in their spare time? What does their house look like? What do their friends look like? What is everything around them? Picture that and then become it. And it's not becoming someone that is a stranger. I mean, it might feel that way at first, but it's becoming who you really are, because it's you that has imagined it. It's you that wants to be this person. So that is why it's important for us to know ourselves first off. Now, why is it important for us to like ourselves? Well, one, if we like ourselves, it aids in our well-being, and well-being is important for everything we do. If we like ourselves, it's going to show in our business, in our relationships, in ourselves. It's going to show in our confidence. It's going to show in our self-esteem. It's going to show up in all of these areas. If you like yourself, it means that you know who you are, you know who you represent, so that if people come in and they're going to judge you, it doesn't matter, because this is you and this is your true self and this is who you are, and anyone can say whatever about it, because you're not trying to serve them. You don't want them in your business. You want the people that are going to love who you are. And there are going to be people out there. Everyone has got a tribe, and you just need to find yours, right? What tribe is your vibe? And you just need to be yourself, and the right people will come and they will attract. But being able to be that open and vulnerable as a coach means that you do have to learn to like yourself. And definitely, I would say, learn to love yourself, because when you can honestly say, I love myself, I'm proud of the person that I am, I'm proud that I can be my true self and not be scared of what anybody else thinks, because this is me. You guys, that is the most incredible feeling. You feel it in your heart, you feel it in your stomach, you feel it in your soul. Everything is like butterflies, and it just feels tingles when you can sit there and you can look in the mirror, or you can just sit there and think to yourself, oh my God, I love myself. I'm amazing. You know, I've accomplished so much. I'm an incredible coach. I've helped so many people. And I'm so proud of the person that I am and the person that I'm becoming, because I'm only going to get better. When I'm my best self, then I can have the energy to help other people be their best selves and find their true selves. But again, this is something that needs to start with me, because if I don't like who I am, then how can I fully believe that this beautiful client in front of me can be their best selves, can find their love, and believe that they can do it and that they're good enough and that they're worth it? That needs to start with me, and I need to be strong enough to hold a vision for my client to believe that they can do anything when they don't have that faith in their self at the moment. So I am that being that gets to hold that space, and that is an incredible feeling. And then when I go to bed at night and I can be grateful for the things that I've achieved, and you know, some of you out there, you might say, oh my gosh, it just sounds like you're bragging, but it's not about that at all. It's about just when you truly become who you are, or who you want to be, or who you believe you are at your core, you know, you're no longer doing that 9 to 5 that didn't represent you. And when you find that person who you are, you get to live your true self every day and help people along the way. Like, it's so rare, guys, but we all deserve it. You deserve it. I deserve it. We all deserve to find love with ourselves, because we are going to be spending time with ourselves for the rest of our lives, right? This body, gotta love it, because, you know, it's stuck with us. This is our home. This is the only home that we're gonna have for the rest of our lives. And it's the same with ourselves. Learn who we are and learn to love ourselves. And that can take practice. And again, it's a journey. It's anything. It's like yoga. It's like meditation. You know how they say that is a practice. Self-love is a practice, because it's not there every day, right? There are days where we're going to wake up and feel like ass and just not want to do anything and do the work, and we don't feel like we're good enough. But that's why we need to be able to recognize when that is happening, so that we can weed all those negative thoughts, and we can go back to going, okay, no, let's get rid of that one, because that's not true. I know I can do this. I know I can be amazing and be this person that I want to be. But like I said, it does take work every day. You need to tell yourself, I love you. You're amazing. And you do it until you believe it. And you do it until it feels good instead of awkward. And you do it even on the days where maybe you don't believe it and it doesn't feel so good, and the days where you kind of want everyone to go away. But then again, you're going to have the days where you wake up and it's like everything is your music video, isn't it? You've got the music going and you're like, yes, this is my moment, this is my day. And we do it for those days. And if it's not that day for you, then just, you know, take that time, do that self-care, and just remind yourself that you are more than those negative thoughts. You are more than that self-doubt. You are worth it. You do deserve it. Just give yourself patience, give yourself that kindness. But I know that you can find that love for yourself. And I have been able to help so many people find that self-love. And when they do, it's incredible. They're met with tears, they're met with, joy. And I can honestly say, for me as a coach, there is no greater thing than to see someone just fall in love with who they are. Got a little goosebumps just thinking about it. So that's why it's important to like ourselves, because if we like ourselves, it's just going to portray that to everybody else. And it shows people that you get to be you. It's okay to be you. We all have a story. We're all unique, and you get to represent that and show that, and then let other people know that it's okay for them to be themselves too. And we all can find love within ourselves to be that best person. If we don't love ourselves, we can't be our best. When we love ourselves, we eat better, we work out, we read, we fuel ourselves instead of destroying ourselves or, not taking care of ourselves. So that self-love is really, really important in our lives, and not just with our clients, but it's very important for that business as well. So that is definitely step number 2 that we want to work on, right? So we've got know, like, and the third one is trust. So why is it important to trust ourselves? If you don't trust yourself, how are you going to follow through? Right? If you have self-doubt, you need to build that trust, because you need to trust that you're going to do it. You're going to build a business on the hard days, because not every day is going to be, like I said, filled with motivation. There are going to be the days where it's hard and where you're not as motivated, but you need to trust yourself that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, right? It's holding yourself accountable. It's keeping yourself disciplined and determined, right? It's discipline over motivation. So if you trust yourself, you know that if you tell yourself you're going to get up and go to the gym at 6 a.m., you know that without a doubt, you are going to be at that gym. If you don't trust yourself, you may be the person that goes, okay, yeah, I'm going to get up for the gym tomorrow. And the alarm goes off and it's like, oh, it's so cozy. Oh, it's so cold out. Oh, it's just, it'd just be so nice to stay in bed. Okay, I'm going to miss it. But every time that you do that, every time that you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, you actually lose trust in yourself. That's again where the doubts come in, because if you then are telling yourself, oh, you're amazing, oh, you can do anything, oh, you're worth it, but then you don't trust what you're actually saying, then it's not going to mean anything. Because if you don't trust it, it's one ear out the other. In business, you need to have people that you can trust. And if you can't trust yourself in business, who can you trust, right? So you need to know yourself, you need to like yourself, and you need to trust yourself, because the other two things, they're not going to matter. If you don't trust yourself, you're not going to do it. You're not going to follow through. It's just going to be a brush it off kind of day. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And there is no taking action in that place. And that is how results start to fail. Progress fails. The only way you can fail in business, guys, is by giving up. Is by stopping, because everything else can be adapted. Everything else can be changed. If something's not working, you do something else. You shift something so that you can get those results. But if you start not following through and not taking the action steps, then you're going to lose so much progress. And it can be quite quick to lose progress, which is quite upsetting. So, you may have been really consistent for a week, but then if you're not consistent again with content or with your lives, you're going to lose people. You're going to lose that consistency, and you're going to lose the following and people that you have. You need to be consistent. And that comes with trusting yourself, trusting that you're going to do it. And we need to have trust in business. And that is how you're going to get things done. So there you go, guys. This is why it's important for you to how to know yourself, why it's important, what it does for your business, why you need to like yourself, especially in life. That is so key. If not in business, in life, you don't want to go your whole life without liking yourself. And then you need to trust yourself, because if you don't trust yourself, things aren't going to happen. Things aren't going to get done. The beliefs that you're telling yourself, they're not going to get through, and you're not going to believe them. And basically everything is just going to fall apart. Learn to know, like, and trust yourself, guys. Sit down, write out what you want, write out your best future self. You can do so many different exercises that show you, who am I? And teach yourself trust. When you say you're going to do something, you do it, okay? And that is how you get results. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to give the like button a like if you did enjoy this video. And please do write some comments, because I love to hear what you guys are thinking and just any thoughts that you guys have. So thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.